So the first one, and this might be the triggering one for people, is the victim money story. And the thing about the victim money story is a lot of us are born into circumstances that are not great. We really didn't have a lot of options. We didn't see anything that there was actually anything, other options out there. This is all we know, right? So the notes I wrote for this money story is, this is when you have no evidence that you're ever going to have more money than you need because you've never been around people that have. You believe people who do have money are bad or greedy. You find lots of things about your circumstances that have you believing this is just the way things are, and there's nothing you can do about it unless X, Y, or Z changes. So you've effectively given all your power away, and therefore you're correct. You have zero control over how much money you have. And unless this money belief changes, nothing will change in your circumstances. So as I say this, I want y'all to know that while I was never starving, I grew up in a trailer park in Juneau, Alaska. I was raised by a single mom. We never had a lot of money, but my needs were met at least, And then I dropped out of high school and got pregnant at 17. And then I was on welfare, and I had my second daughter at the age of 23. And I remember going, like, literally having to go to the food bank, which to me back then, also food stamps were paper. They weren't these cards that you could put in, they were paper. And so I was just embarrassed that I had to use them, and use my food stamps. But I also remember it being really cool because then we got like the good cheese. And I mean, we just ate really well for a couple of weeks. But I remember one time when I had to go to the food bank, literally because I did not know what I was going to feed my girls that night. We had zero food in the house. We had no dinner. And, I wasn't a drug addict. I wasn't like doing any of the things that you might think. I literally just got pregnant at 17 and I didn't have a pot to piss in and I had no money. And the welfare wasn't enough to keep me going. So I just say this, as I go in that number one, the victim mindset of money, I just want to share that this isn't coming from somebody who was born with a silver spoon in her mouth or had a lot of money. I could have kept that mindset because that's literally all I knew. But I didn't. And I don't know why, honestly. I don't remember like the aha moment where it came to me that it doesn't have to be this way. But my mindset on money did change, and it changed my life. So the number two type of money story I want to talk about is entitled. This is kind of I'm a little bit of mix of this one and the next one. The entitled money, this is where you spend more money than you have, than you save, or you invest. So if you got that term, like if this sounds familiar to you, money's burning a hole in my pocket, the minute you get money, you got to go spend it. That's kind of me to an extent. I'm working on it, but basically it's, you love money, you want more of it, but you think you deserve all the things. So expensive dinners out, designer clothes, nice cars, etc., even if it means you go into a lot of debt to have those things. So in the end, you'll make money, but you'll spend it quickly and you don't really get ahead. So you really do more spending than you do investing, right? And spending is fun, but it doesn't give you an ROI. So this might be like, if you've ever heard stories of how people win the lottery and they get all this money, but they don't know how to hold it. They don't know how to have it. They don't know how to invest it. They only know how to spend it. They end up broke and more depressed than they ever had it before, right? That is because you don't have to be a lottery winner to have this mindset. A lot of us have it. And that's when we just spend money on frivolous things because we want to feel good in the moment and use it for entertainment, but we don't really make money work for us. The last money mindset I want to talk about is the investor. So this is when you see money as a tool, right? This is when you can use money to make more money by investing. That might mean you invest in the stock market. That might mean you invest in real estate or buying companies, etc., all of that. But the one thing most people don't think about when they think of investing is an investor invests in themselves first and always, period. There's a book Brian Tracy wrote. He's an amazing guy. I can't remember the name of the book, but he talked about, I remember very early on in my personal development, I read a statement that said, you should invest at least 3% of your income into yourself in the way of education, skills, traits, whatever, into your personal development. And then that should go up each and every year. And I truly believe that because you are your best asset, right? So if you invest in your personal growth, if you invest in your skills, if you invest in your mindset, then you can make better decisions and put more value out into the world. And this is how we make money. And I don't care if you're an actor, if you're a musician, if you create products, if you're Jeff Bezos, you create value and you put it out there in the world and people want to buy it. That is how you make money. So those are the three like money mindsets I want you to think about.